It's Canada Day long weekend at Sibbald Point Provincial Park.
This park is big and it's busy, so stick around and explore it with us.
We are Cheryl and Ben Coles.
We've been camping together for over 35 years.
A few years ago, we started doing video reviews of Ontario provincial parks to help people when researching places to visit.
We are now in season 4 of our park reviews.
We hope this helps you when deciding where to have your next camping adventure.
Thanks for coming along, Camping with the Coles.
Now we only get one life, I wanna make it count, honey. Come on now and take my hand.
Sibbald Point Provincial Park is located on the southern shore of Lake Simcoe, about 70 kilometers north of Toronto. The park is located to the east of the vacation town of Jackson's Point and the Briars Resort and Country Club, which was still owned by the Sibbald family until it was sold in 2017.
So what side are we? 801?
Yep.
Okay, do you know where we're going to get water?
I'll show you on the map. Okay, registration office.
That's where we are. Okay.
So there's...
Oh, just turn to the right
yeah,
there.
that's what I said, and then we go
Wait a
down.
minute. And then we got to turn around? Or it's a loop there?
I'm sure it's a loop, and then 801 is right here. So,
Oh, wow.
yeah,
We're on a main road.
yeah.
Okay, let's do it.
Let's do it.
This is the one and only trailer dump station for this entire park, and it's a park of, 580 some odd sites. So it's going to be busy on a Sunday or on a long weekend. There is also a trailer fill spot here, and that's where we filled up when we got in. Wish I would have known that next to each of the 3 comfort stations in the West Campground, where it's all the electric sites, there's a trailer fill station there. So we could have just pretty much gone to our site and filled up. Not threaded. Ooh, that's got a lot of good pressure.
Okay, so
So, guy a couple before us was saying that this has really good pressure, should be able to fill up a 50-gallon tank in about 10 minutes. He watched some people before that use this because they wanted to use a filter. You can attach your own hose to it. It is threaded. You can use your filter. He said those people were taking 20 to 25 minutes. We got a big line up here. This is potable water. I'm not going to waste time by putting a filter on, so I'm just filling it up directly. We're all set up. Not a bad little campsite. Campsite 801. Let's go for a bike ride and check out this campground.
let's go. There are 2 campgrounds for a total of 268 electric and 315 non-electric sites. East Campground has 313 non-electric sites. West Campground has 268 electric and 2 non-electric sites. Sites 402 to 440 and 501 to 586 are radio free.
There's 12 comfort stations in this park. The 7 of them that are situated in the campgrounds all are toilets and showers, and then there's 5 by the beach day use areas that are just toilets.
There are 6 group campsites able to accommodate 15 to 50 people. Each has its own water tap, fire pit, and picnic tables. And as you can see by the sign, there's parking is out front here, so you can't drive your car into the site. You just carry everything over. No music, no collecting firewood, and no campers. So there's only 1 vault toilet between each set of 2 group campsites.
There's a nice big play field with a picnic shelter, soccer, and baseball.
Here's the amphitheater, but unfortunately we haven't seen any presentations over the past few years. We used to enjoy taking our kids to see them. Hopefully we can see them again soon.
There's a nice big boat launch with a parking lot to go with it. There's fishing in Lake Simcoe for whitefish, bass, trout, pike, pickerel, and perch. There's 2 children's playgrounds, one in Horseshoe Campground that also has a beach volleyball court, and one here at the beach, which also has a beach volleyball court. There are 2 on-leash pet exercise areas. This one is definitely the bigger one. This is on the east end of the main beach, and then there's a much smaller one next to the boat launch.
Camp Store with ice cream by the Day Use Beach area.
There are 2 trails in the park. The Maidenhair Fern Trail, which is 2 kilometers long, rated as easy, and the Heritage Walk, which is just a little path that goes from St. George's Church to the Eldon Hall Museum, and I'd say that's about 700 or 800 meters. The day use area here is humongous, and it has 7 reservable picnic shelters. This park has what they call an information office. I think most parks would consider it a visitor center. There's no designated biking trails, but the hiking trail that they have, you can use your bike on. And there are tons of roads in this park to ride around in. We're enjoying riding around, checking out all the sights. We're heading out on the water today. Gonna inflate my paddleboard, and I got a new little toy for that. I have the Shark 2 electric pump from Outdoor Master. I've used it a few times now. I really like it. I'm gonna be using it to fill this up now. Eventually, after I put it through its paces a little more, like filling up multiple boards, one after the other, then I'm going to do a full unboxing and review of it. When we're doing our Lake Superior trip, we're going to be going with our friends Sue and John. They have 2 of these paddle boards. I hope to get a second one at some point, so we'll see how it does blowing up 3 or 4 of these all in a row. It says it should do it, should run for about half an hour before it kind of gets a little too hot and needs a break. Nice, just stops on its own at 15 psi, which is the psi I set it to. Let's head out on the water. It's Canada Day, and everybody's taking advantage of the beautiful weather.
I can't tell what's wrong or right. Should I go without saying goodbye? All I know is I need to be somewhere else to set me free. I don't know what to do now. Need to figure it out, but I don't know how. I hope the wind will carry me and take me away to where I should be. I don't know where I belong, but I keep on searching for my home.
Beach here has a really nice sandy bottom. I thought it was going to be a lot of rocks, but it's not. Nice and sandy, and the water is crystal clear. Check this out.
Hot out here now.
Oh, I wonder if there's a place where the sun won't go away. Wide awake with an open mind, looking out from a mountain high. I don't know what to do now. Need to figure it out, but I don't know how. I hope the wind will carry me and take me away to where I should be. I don't know where I belong, but I keep on searching for my home. There's a hunger in my soul, makes me keep on trying, holding on. Take me all the way, all the way. Take me all the way, and I keep on searching for my home.
Cheryl,
Ben?
do you remember in the last video at Selkirk,
Yes.
when you asked that question, what would you rather do? Have a wet trail and no mosquitoes,
Uh-huh.
or have a dry trail with lots of mosquitoes?
Right.
Well, that was the question then. You don't have to ask that question this time, because this trail has it all. It's wet and there's mosquitoes.
Okay, we just finished our hike. That took us maybe a whopping 25 minutes or half an hour. We had a little bit more hop in our step, maybe due to the mosquitoes. It wasn't a bad trail. You could ride your bike on it.
Time for Cheryl's Loo Review.
Okay, so there's about 15 vault toilets in this park, and they're pretty much all the same. A lot of them don't have a lid put down on the toilet seat, which you should have put down to prevent odors. It doesn't have, as you can see, no sink, soap, mirror. There's no solar lights. There's no sanitizer, no garbage can. So this is what it looks like inside. Although it's daylight right now, which lets in quite a bit of light. But because of the lack of amenities that these ones have, I think I'm going to give them a skunk. I like this shirt.
Four kilometers west of the park in the town of Sutton, on Sunday mornings, is the Georgina Farmers Market. It's open from May to October, 9 a.m. till 2 p.m. some reason the battery died on this trip. Every time we want to start the truck, we got to boost the battery. Luckily, we always carry, well, 2 of these. And 2 of them because this one has the broken air compressor in it. The other one has a good air compressor. But this one's bigger, 1400 peak battery amps, or the other one's only 1000 peak battery amps. So you have to keep starting up the truck this way until we can get a new battery for it. And we're going to do that when we get home. Okay. We're not going to do any more stop-offs. Right back to the park, because we got to boost it every time, and this thing's going to run out of juice at some point.
Sunday morning, and we decided we'd go check out the market, which we did. Drove around a little bit and came back to, I don't know if you can see that line up. There's only one way to get into the park, and everybody's here for day use at the beach.
So we may have made a mistake leaving the park on a Sunday morning of a long weekend, because now we got to wait in this massive lineup to get back into the park. There's no bypass for people that already have a park pass.
There's the
Go ahead and put your hand in.
all right.
You gonna?
Yeah, I'm gonna go up.
Oh, good, you need the step ladder.
Mine too.
No. What is it?
Some wood. An old log. Oh, piece of wood. Oh,
Oh,
no, I have to lift the flap. Yeah. Come on. Eastern white cedar.
there you go.
Okay. Okay, let's do the next one. Birch bark.
Yeah,
There you go.
awesome.
Okay.
This one you're gonna want to squeeze.
Oh. I wish I knew my birds more. Oh,
Yeah,
you would
your
annoy me
birds.
first thing in the morning.
Uh,
Oh, it
That's
is.
a woodpecker.
Oh, really? I guess I only hear them go peck, peck,
Oh, the
peck.
Yeah.
pileated one. Yeah, those are the big ones.
Oh, okay.
Are they around here?
Yeah.
There's the Eldon Hall Museum and St. George's Church, which is behind me. Between the two is a small hike called Heritage Walk, which is just down a pathway. And you can learn about how Sibbald Point came to be in 1957 and the Sibbald family. It's quite interesting if you're coming to the park. And like us, we have a bit of a rainy day. We thought we'd go for a tour and learn a little bit about the area.
All right, hello and welcome everyone. For us, our little brown bat, Emily, we call at about 40,000 hertz. So that's one reason we should protect bats. Also, as this little bat says, he says, I have had a very long day. I am very small, and I have no money, so you can imagine the kind of stress I am under. Thank you so much for coming tonight and learning all about bats and some things they do in some ways that we can help our friends of the night. So, yes, thank you. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you. That's wonderful.
We're in the lineup now for the dump station. Can't turn the truck off. We had to boost it again just to get here. So as soon as we get home, we're getting a brand new battery.
Well, it's time for Cole's Notes.
Sybil Point Provincial Park.
You got it.
We came here on a Canada Day weekend. That might have been a mistake. We haven't camped on a Canada Day weekend in many years.
Many years.
And
Just happened to work out that way this year.
this reminded us why we don't normally camp on this weekend. Now, we're doing a review on this park. We can't rate it on the type of behavior that's occurring this weekend at this park because it's crazy busy. Overall, though, like, what do you think of the park?
I actually really like the park. I thought it was well laid out. The sites are great. They're fairly large. They're flat. Not a lot of obstacles. A lot of comfort stations in the campground. Mostly in the day use, but that's needed.
Yeah.
The day use was way larger than I thought it was going to be. Like the picnic ground area, it was huge.
When we got here on Thursday, I thought, man, that is beautiful. It's a huge day use area, and that's really nice. But then when Canada Day happened, Friday and Saturday, then we realized why it's such a big area. Because thousands of people come in. Thousands come in. You know what? That's because it's a Canada Day weekend.
But I'm sure other weekends would be busy too because it is a day use park.
Yeah,
So-
it is a day use park that's within a good commuting distance to Toronto, so it really fills up. But I think this park would be great in
Shoulder season, weekdays.
yeah, weekdays, shoulder season. I think it would be great.
We did arrive on Thursday and we walked through the beach and it was great. There was nobody there.
Yeah, I wish you would have decided to spend some time at the beach on Thursday, but we thought, you know what, it's going to be beautiful weather this weekend. We'll wait and do it Friday or Saturday or Sunday. Well, that was a mistake.
I think we stayed half an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was enough.
And we couldn't actually see the water from where we were. 'Cause
We were in
we're
the
so
very
far
back row by
and
the
there's
cars.
so many people in front of us.
I don't like people that much.
You're not a people person.
That's too many people for me. I get claustrophobic.
Yeah. But yeah, we've toured all around the park. We checked out all the campsites. The West Campground is all electric. The East Campground is all non-electric. One thing that we learned, and I wish you would have known before we came here, was there is only one dump station, and at the dump station there's a fill-up tap. So we got in a short line up to the fill-up tap, and we didn't realize that at the 3 comfort stations in the electric campground area and West Campground all have their own trailer fill-up station. So you don't have to fill up there. You can come right in, and ours is actually right behind us here. If we had a good long hose, we could just hook up right from here and fill up our trailer. So I wish you would have known that before coming in.
One thing we did enjoy was going to the amphitheater. It was their first presentation in a few years.
Yeah, and we haven't been to an amphitheater in so long. They've always been closed during COVID.
So that was good to go back to one of those.
We saw a good presentation on bats. It's great for the kids, and it was a learning experience for us too.
Oh yeah, you always learn a lot of those things. They're good. Go to your amphitheater presentations. It was nice to see. There's a lot of staff out and about driving through the park doing
a lot of
jobs.
maintenance, maintenance and cleaning and things like that. I noticed that there is a lot of law enforcement here this weekend, which they need. It's a very busy weekend. I saw OPP, of course, the park wardens, and also Georgina Island Police.
I just want to give a shout out to the maintenance staff that found my phone wallet that I lost. It was at the Day Beach area, or the Dog Beach area, and they gave it to the warden, and we went back and I approached them and they said, yes, we just found it. We gave it to the warden and we went racing over and got our phone back. So thank you.
Yeah, that was her phone, her credit cards.
That was a big stress.
A lot of stuff.
Oh my God, where did I lose it in the park?
Full-blown panic mode.
Yeah.
But
So
it
thank
was
you.
good, yeah.
We just want to say thank you to all the viewers that reached out and gave us a shout out when they saw us. It was great meeting everybody.
We had a lot of good chats.
Yeah, at all the parks that we've been to, we've met so many nice people. I'm going to go back to my bird situation. As you recall in the Selkirk video, I loved all the Cinderella birds and had said, oh, there's no caw-caw birds there.
The Alfred
Hitchcock birds that go caw, caw. I found them. They're here. First thing in the morning, bright and early. Caw, caw. So.
And they don't bother me too much. But
they bother me.
They bother her.
They're here.
Wake her up. They're pretty
here.
loud. There is not good cell service here for
not at all.
Any of the cell service providers that I know of.
I think Rogers might have been a bit better than Arcudo.
But I wouldn't be relying on any type
No.
of cell service
No.
if you're working or something like that. It's very spotty.
We were able to kind of send basic texts, simple texts, and that was about it.
And we've checked all over the park. Down by the beach area, we thought it might be better. It isn't. We went kayaking out on the water. Thought it might be better. It isn't.
Mm-hmm.
We even went into town, the town of Sutton.
And it wasn't good there either.
Wasn't
I don't
any
know
better.
why. Yeah.
So, let's get to the rating.
I really like the park, and I would come back again probably, like I said, shoulder season or a weekday. So with that being said, I probably 7.5, 8.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think I'd like to come back here too during the week. I think it'd be a great park to come back to. And it's not too far from home, but 2.5 hours for us. So it's not too bad.
Yeah.
I'm thinking more of an 8 for it.
Sure.
So let's go with that.
8
It's an 8.
is.
Okay. So, we are heading out on our big trip in just a few days, our Lake Superior trip. It's going to be 3 weeks. We're going to be gone during that time. We won't be putting out another camp review video
I know.
for 4 weeks. That's when we'll be putting out our first of our 7 parks Lake Superior trip, and that'll be Grundy Lake. That'll be 4 weeks from now. But in the meantime, we will be putting out in 2 weeks a camping etiquette video. A lot of people have been asking us.
Very important video.
A lot of people have been asking us to make a video like this. We know a lot of the people that watch this channel are fairly new to camping and to RVing, so we thought this is a good topic to talk about. And very interestingly, we recorded some of it while we were here, and most of the things we talk about, the things not to do, we're done this weekend because so many people here and so many new people.
They don't know.
Yeah, they don't know. So we saw a lot of things. Now, we didn't record it. We don't record people doing bad stuff. We didn't do any of that.
It's just us.
It's just us. But yeah, that video will be coming out in 2 weeks, so you might want to check that one out. And
It's a good
the
one.
next park review you're going to see us on is Grundy Lake Provincial Park. And then we hope to be putting out that whole series every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. Starting the beginning of August to get that series done. When we're done that series of 7 parks, we're only home for like 4 or 5 days, and then we're going for a couple weeks to 4 more parks.
Eastern, northeastern, or eastern, I guess.
Ottawa
parks.
area, sort of.
Lower Algonquin, below Algonquin.
Yeah. So it's a very busy summer for us. I'm going to try to pump out these videos. So yeah, we appreciate everybody watching and the support we're getting from everybody. We
Continue to
really
call
appreciate
out when
that.
you see us.
Yeah, we love chatting with you.
And enjoy your camping trips as well.
Yeah, enjoy your summer, and we'll see you in a little while.
Bye.
Bye.